Trouble in Paradise? Is Grand Theft Auto 6 in trouble? Oh man, I suppose it must be considering it's been delayed a couple of times now, and there is no coping or denying that fact. Grand Theft Auto 6 is terrible. And now we have an official, verified, inside source at Rockstar confirming what I've been saying the entire time is that Rockstar treats their employees like crap. They treat them like shit. They treat them like cow excrement. They treat them like just absolute garbage. Trubbish, as we say in the Pokemon community. What is happening here? Verified statement from a post that was deleted on the Rockstar forums from a verified Rockstar developer explaining what's going on behind the scenes at Grand Theft Auto 6. Hey everyone, Rockstar employee of many years here. Understandably, I want to remain anonymous due to retaliation from the company, but I may be willing to verify I'm an employee with redacted via DM if required. I am also a member of the union that Rockstar doesn't want to exist. I've been reading a lot of the discussion on here and elsewhere about the firing of more than 34 of my colleagues last week and have seen a lot of disinformation and lies that are really concerning, particularly concerning how so many folk are willing to believe the company's excuses. Last week, my colleagues who were in the studio were each individually mentioned by HR for a short friendly meeting under the friendly guise of, hey, are you free for a quick chat? Yeah, never believe that. Never believe HR, never talk to them, never respect them, never take them seriously. They're scum. Upon attending the meeting, they were handed an envelope with a short letter say that the employment had been terminated for gross misconduct regarding posts made in Discord. They failed to provide any evidence when asked, nor was any stated in the letter, and did not divulge any other information or reasoning, and no other reason. They refused their right to union representation in the disciplinary meeting, which is against UA employment law, and were frog marched out of the studio with the meeting lasting less than 5 minutes. For colleagues who were not in the studio that day, they received a phone call from HR that lasted less than 2 minutes, telling them that they were fired and that they'd received the same letter as above. I am aware of one employee who had a panic attack at this moment, and HR hung up on them during this panic attack, not caring at all about their well being. Well, like HR has no soul. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. Like, never take HR seriously. Never respect them. Never, never think like talking to them is a good thing. These colleagues of mine were hard workers who have spent many years at Rockstar in critical roles with colleagues who have been at Rockstar for more than 18 years, and none of them have ever had a disciplinary in that time. They are not easily replaced and will certainly affect us in making our project deadlines. These are very senior artists, QA animators, QA testers, designers, programmers, and producers, including leads. All super talented people who are proud of their work over multiple Rockstar titles. And they all wanted what was the best for the Rockstar and their fellow colleagues. Some of these members were off sick, recovering from surgery, or on paternity leave, fired without pay, losing their careers. I love how they say paternity leave because all the relevant developers are all guys. Fired without pay, losing their careers, and putting them into hardship in the lead up to Christmas, and even potentially losing their visas to work in the UK. Okay, that's pretty based. Okay, why were they there? Okay, I'm on HR's side in that one. Why were they even here? Get out of the country. Let me make this clear. I never saw any discussion leaking of Rockstar projects in the union Discord. The only ever discussion was around unionization efforts and the working conditions at Rockstar. The Discord wasn't public. It was a private Discord group that only contained Rockstar employees and the union officials. Like, why do it on Discord though? Surely you have a better method of that. Like, that's just a retarded thing about like why would you talk about to your union reps on Discord? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's just this was union busting and nothing else. Everyone fired was a union member. They were also predominantly from those who were on the union organizing committees of each UK studio. Just 1 week before the union reached 200 members, taking us over the 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin engaging in collective bargaining, allowing us to negotiate directly with management on the key issues that affect us, worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. They have fired over 34 of us now. There were over 250 of us in that in union employee Discord group. There is the fear that if they get away with this, they'll have nothing stopping them from doing this again and again. Well, they did this when GTA 5 came out. Like this is my thing is that like just like you need to know how this company operates. Like they've done this before. Like I knew about it. It's why I would never work for them. So like just too scared to go outside the studio and talk to or even acknowledge our colleagues outside protesting in fear of reprisals. Morale in the studio is at rock bottom. When we should be excited about what's to come over the next year, we are now totally deflated and our trust and confidence in others is totally shot, which is the truly heartbreaking part. As for us in the union, all of our ambition was to make Rockstar a happier, fairer, safer, and more equitable place. That's all. What has happened? Okay, equitable, maybe. I don't know. That seems like kind of commie talk. I don't. I don't like the sound of equity. What has happened here clearly shows that we care more about the well-being of our colleagues at Rockstar than the company does. The union remains unbowed and is fighting to win the reinstatement of every dismissed member of staff at Rockstar through legal means and campaigning. The fight is critical. If Rockstar can get away with this, they will. They will keep treating their workers with disdain, disrespect, and subjecting them to continued illegal treatment. Thanks for your time, and I hope this is some truth that will help you understand what's going on here at the moment. If you would be so kind, you can contribute to the fundraiser to support these fighting their dismissal. Redacted. It would be really. Oh wow, they don't link to the fundraiser. Wow, that's brutal. It would be really appreciated if you could also share the above link. I won't be cross posting this to other forums, but please feel free to share. Cheers. Wow. Equitable place. Yeah, the woke purge is real and short. Yeah, I wondered that. Yeah, reading this, that was kind of my thinking on this. Like reading in between the lines, like what actually happened here. Like were these actual employees that actually did anything, or were they actually purging woke activists? That's like the real like question here is that like did these people actually deserve to get fired or not? And they say no that it's not happening, that we didn't deserve it, but it's like I don't know, man. If you're like a commie, like yeah, you deserve to get fired. If you're on a work visa, yeah, you should be sent back home. Like if you're talking about equity, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like I I can't take anyone who advocates for those kind of causes seriously. So and like going on Discord like for your rock star, like come on, that just seems really dumb to me. Um, but like yeah, I don't know what these commies think like is going to happen by going up against Rockstar. Like it's not like they have a shortage of people willing to work for them. It's just like, I don't know. It just feels like all these people are, like, super replaceable to me, and that, like, there isn't gonna be, like, any real impact to Grand Theft Auto Six's development. Like, I think all the problems have been set in stone for a long time. I think all of these people are frauds. Like, that's kinda my view of, like, Rockstar as a company is that, like, I don't hate the management, I hate everyone there. So, like, I think that like all of these people are frauds. None of them have really done anything of value in their entire lives or careers. That Grand Theft Auto 6 working on Rockstar, the most degenerate video game company in existence. Like you shouldn't be proud of that. You should be like trying to start your own company and make working on like Nintendo exclusive games. Like you shouldn't think that making Grand Theft Auto is somehow like this career defining thing. Like I just don't get it. It's like, I would be embarrassed to be working on Grand Theft Auto in any capacity, and, these people are not. I suppose because of, like, the supposed prestige of working with Rockstar, but anyway, it's embarrassing, looking at this because I don't think anybody is sympathetic to this at all. Like, I think what's gonna happen is that, like, everyone's just gonna buy Grand Theft Auto 6 anyway. They're gonna worship it, even though it's a bad video game. They're gonna say it's the greatest thing ever, and this thing is just gonna get pretty successfully memory hold. I don't even think it's even gonna get off the ground. If you have, like, people in the comment section on Reddit complaining about wokeness, on Reddit complaining about wokeness, like reading in between the lines, like, yeah, like that is a very real like sign of what's to come. Is that nothing's gonna happen. Rockstar is gonna keep doing what they're doing. They're gonna keep putting out sloppy games, and Nintendo is gonna continue to dominate them pretty thoroughly. So it's gonna be really interesting seeing what this results in next year when the game finally comes out, assuming it's not delayed again. It is exciting to see things like this come out because I do think this specific situation is not going anywhere, but the goal is to kind of devalue Rockstar Games as a whole. Like, we need to end this notion that Rockstar Games is some premier development studio. We need to stop pretending that these are 10 out of 10 games, that these are the best in the industry. Like, these guys are complete and total jokes. And hopefully, situations like this emphasize just how disappointing games like Grand Theft Auto 6 actually are.